The big thing that domain-driven design gave me, and the idea of a ubiquitous language gave me, was it allowed me to articulate what I was trying to do with BDD. What I'm trying to do is create a language that describes how software gets written. I'm trying to create a way of describing scenarios, and scenarios themselves, and the words that I use to describe scenarios are a domain language. And there's a domain of writing software that they're part of. But this idea of ubiquitous, for instance, if I'm describing the behaviour on a web app, I've immediately got two domains that I'm describing. I'm describing the behaviour of actually operating a browser, so selecting things, entering text, clicking on things. And a level above that, I've got the domain of the problem I want to log in as Bob. Right? And logging in as Bob involves carrying out a sequence of web type instructions. Now, if I have those two domains, and I understand that those domains are related, if I then want to replace my web app with a rich UI app, then I still have the domain idea, the ubiquitous idea of logging in as Bob. It just now means that I do it through a different way. I'm expressing the same intent. And where you get this kind of like WebDriver type languages, if your language is just, here's the 30 things you can do with the browser, or we want to change the things you can do, and now I've got to go through and change all of my scripts. Don't! Yeah, if instead we say that these are the kind of the atomic things I can do with the browser, but now I can start creating abstractions over those things. So entering a name and address is quite a common operation. If I have entering a name and address as a thing I can do, and that enters my vocabulary, then the fact that the way I implement that, I mean, we're getting onto just regular software development now. We're getting onto good abstractions.